Hey, let me kill this music. Let me get Vince. Vince Taylor. Vince Taylor. Hello.
Got my homeboy right here with me. What's going on, Tom?
Now I got you on. Hey, man.
I just finished a pre-recorded session with my homeboy. He's on the screen, so he's like watching me talk to you like that don't make no sense. What's good? You know what I'm gonna do with my panel? Yo, Ty, I'm gonna hit you up later, man. Let me knock this interview out, man.
Yeah,
Go Yankees.
I like. He's like, who? He's like, you're zooming with the hillbilly, man.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, don't worry about all this, man. You gonna see these dudes that I'm sitting here
Hey,
with.
it's me. It's me, digital racist. No. Good to see you, dude.
It's so good to see y'all. It's been too long.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Last time I didn't know that the broadcast happened, so I might have been a little sleepy. So my apologies on that.
You were fine.
But yeah, you gotta give me one bad appearance a year. You know what I'm saying?
No. The black don't crack, baby. You haven't had a bad.
Yeah.
You haven't had a bad appearance until you've seen some of the shit we've done. My God, Vince.
Yeah, Vince.
You're
always good.
Yeah, the listeners are relieved to see you. When they see us again, they're like, it's still fucking going.
Whatever, man. Y'all the whole vibe, man.
I gotta get my cursing out of the way so I don't do it. Okay. Cursing is out of the way.
When we got to turn the curse machine off.
All right. Okay. We good to go? Mr. Van, do you want to start? Because I know we have limited time because we got to keep moving here.
And this will air tomorrow. It'll be a Friday's show.
All right. Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube, and you can be there too. Join the chat room. Just search for @TomandDan Live on every single social platform.
We have 2 giant events coming up November 22nd, 23rd, the weekend before Thanksgiving weekend. It's our Bad Business Beer Fest. Just show up at noon to get your sample cup and wristband, and it's a free beer fest, live music, tons of food trucks, tons of other entertainment.
THC seltzers will be out there.
Yeah.
You can mix THC seltzers with beers if you want to have your wife or husband drive you home. Or get tased somewhere in Sanford later that night.
Just Uber. And then Sofas and Suds is the next day. It's the Sanford couch races that me and Daniel have always hosted. So come out, and for both events, they're both free.
Yeah.
And they're both great.
Here's something I know. Vince, have you ever been on the line with us? You know him from the New Blurred Order podcast. You may also know him from just being a damn fine comedian. Vince Taylor, everybody. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on there, Tom? There, Dan.
Good to see you.
Vince. I'm here. I'm happy.
Hey, did you know white people like to put wheels on anything and race it? Anything. Couches, NASCARs. We'll just slap.
Have you been to the was on wheels? I always had to catch y'all in motion.
Have you been to the Sanford couch races ever? Have you ever been to that?
Nah, I ain't been to Sanford since my daughter was born at the hospital.
Okay, all right, I feel you. Hey, moving on.
I love Sanford. Literally, I love Sanford, but I haven't been in a minute, though. What's going on?
No, we gotta get Vince down there.
We have a bunch of small businesses build a couch, and I say build a couch, a lot of them now have steering wheels. Before, when it started, it was just they put wheels on a regular couch and people would push it. Now you could actually steer them. They've got more advanced.
They have like suspension systems on them, and they actually race them in the streets of Sanford.
Yeah, and
go ahead. I'm sorry, Tommy. I didn't mean to speak over you, fam.
No. We're doing that. We're like, hey!
I like that. Let's do the whole show of that.
Well, I was just gonna say the first thing I'm thinking is it a remote control couch? Can I drive it like Dr. Emmett Brown through the Twin Peaks Mall parking lot? Does it go up to 88 miles an hour? Can I go back to 1955? Like, if this couch cannot be remote controlled, then I think we need to go back to the drawing board. That's the first thing.
We're not there yet.
Can you see that? Like, we already got those idiots. Y'all are probably amongst them that ride the bike and drink at the same time down First Street. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? That they got like the machine where you're riding the bicycle, like you're pedaling, but you're also being served drinks at the same time.
That's also a white people thing.
Yeah, white people love to pedal.
While you're sitting in a bar.
Somewhere in I'm guessing.
I've never got drunk while training for American Ninja Warrior at the same time, but evidently on First Street it's a thing. But if y'all gonna have wheels on a couch, I need a remote control, and I need it to not be radio control, so that every now and then it stops and starts and starts and starts.
Gotcha. I don't think we're there yet. It's not. We don't have like drone couch racing yet, but eventually it will get there.
Yeah.
It'll get there.
And someone should do a Back to the Future themed couch. That would win best, audience.
I mean, maybe it would have won 30 years ago, Grandpa. Yeah, what do you want to do? Something back to the, oh yeah, hey, somebody. You know what? Somebody should do a little Charlie Chaplin's The Little Tramp couch. Boy, that would be amazing.
So, Vince, let's get to it. Let's talk some nerd news. I actually saw a couple things, but
what you got, buddy?
Well, I and maybe Vince can explain. I didn't know that Marvel and in the Marvel universe has different phases. I guess, and I'm not sure if they came up with this or like the actual audience or the fans of the Marvel universe came up with like these phases. But
I'm not familiar with this. Can you guys explain phases?
Can you explain to the phases?
Okay, yeah. Well, Kevin Feige, all right, who was like one of the original arbiters of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that we know of it as, did conduct this in phases. Phase 1 was the introduction of these outlying individuals that were superheroes in the Marvel comics into the cinematic universe. All right, let's keep it real. Now, we all can at this time in 2025 say, of course, Thor, of course, Iron Man. But back when they were starting these movies, they didn't want to use Iron Man. They wanted to use Spider-Man, Wolverine, the X-Men, but they had been sold. The X-Men's rights were sold to Fox Media, and Spider-Man's rights were sold to Sony. So they had to use the characters that were not necessarily the most popular out of Marvel's because they didn't have their own studios. Marvel Studios, that whole where all the images come up in the beginning. That wasn't always the case. They didn't always have their own studio. They had to work through others. So the first phase was introduction. That's where you meet the new version of the Incredible Hulk. That's not Ed Norton. That's not Sam. That's not Eric Bana. You get Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
You get
right.
Okay. You get Thor as Chris Hemsworth. You get Iron Man as Robert Downey Jr. That is phase 1, the introduction. That's when we actually fight Loki, who came down from. Man, I don't realize how much of this stuff is in my head.
I love it.
I talk to y'all. It's so random to me. But anyway,
it's almost like you're a blurred or something.
Yeah, it is amazing, Vince. That as I'm looking at you, you're a cool dude. That is
an
athletic,
good-looking guy. You really are breaking the mold, dude.
And the fact that you know all this nerdy stuff, I mean, in my mind, does knock you down a peg or two in the cool world.
You're not as smooth.
One of us. Sorry, go ahead, man.
No. I was just gonna say, like, Tom is absolutely right. If you just like with the smile and the good looks, the fit, everything on you looks great until you start opening your mouth about this Marvel crap, and then it's like,
you did the top Power Rangers scheme, man. Remember when Bilbo slapped Gollum in Lord of the Rings or in the Shire, man? It was so cool. And like, oh man, I was gonna give you some, but now that I know you, anyway. So I know that was phase 1. Phase 2 is now these superheroes have more to do. That's when we get Age of Ultron. That's when. Then phase 3. Now we're fighting Thanos. Okay. Now phase 4 is where things get flipped on their head because now we have the multiverse, and the multiverse can be problematic. We got a really good movie with Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Yeah.
We got Doctor Strange 2, those both embodied the multiverse brilliantly, especially the Spider-Man one, because we got to get Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire back into the Spider-Man suits. But the problem you have with the multiverse is you've given an infinite amount of characters so that when somebody dies, so to speak, you don't really feel it anymore, right? Literally Loki has died 3 times now. 3 times, all right? He died in one of the first movies, and then he was killed by Thanos. And Thanos even said, there's no coming back from this one. He came back. He got 2 seasons. 2 seasons on Disney Plus. You're like, but you died already. All right. We lost Heimdall, who was played by Idris Elba. He was the guarder of the Bifrost. Oh my God, I need a life. What? I should not know this.
No, it's good. It's good. Keep going.
Right. And so we lose Idris Elba. We get his son. All right, which is cool. We get to see, hopefully they haven't released it yet, but I think they're going to give us Idris Elba's fictitious son in the upcoming movies as the new arbiter of the Bifrost through Heimdall. But right now we're in phase 5. Now, phase 5 is weird because it started off with us supposed to be having Kang, who was played by Jonathan Majors at the time, as the main antagonist of this phase.
But he got into a little trouble.
The white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went and ran away from a white woman in the street and had some domestic issues, unfortunately, and then told the white woman, "Look, I need you to be Coretta Scott King," and she was like,
Hold on, what did he do?
It was a whole. He had a very, I guess, publicized incident with a loved one.
What does that mean?
Tom, have you seen Enemy of the State with Will Smith?
Yes.
All right, just imagine you and your wife or your girl or whatever had an argument, but the world was watching through surveillance. Like, that's basically what happened. Like, they got to an argument. He was in his car. He tried to get out. She tried to grab him. He like shoved her a little bit, scratched her. Yeah. Then he ran, right? But after, it turns out they were both hurting. It was a toxic relationship.
Yeah, the whole thing is bad. Yeah, both sides very bad.
Toxic.
But when that's
made it worse because she went to the police.
Yeah, and then when that's being watched, and then you're connecting yourself, and it is. And am I correct in saying this is right when like ink is dry on paper? We know that this is coming. They're about everything. All dominoes are in place for him to be this new vehicle. Phase 5, and here we are, and bye-bye. We don't want to work with you anymore. You're gone. You're basically canceled and done.
Yeah, and now you see the luxury of using a Thanos character who was 100% CGI, and I know it was voiced by Josh Brolin, but they could, if Josh Brolin said something stupid, then they just get another voice.
Yeah, or AI that mess, you know?
Yeah, you AI it, but when Jonathan Majors killed, like literally had probably one of the best monologues I may have ever seen in my entire life. Literally, if you watch the Loki first season, the very last episode, he has the screen for literally like 15 minutes of a 30-minute episode, and he doesn't do much. He sits there and talks, but it's so riveting that he basically gained a role as the main antagonist for Marvel for the next foreseeable future. It was called the Kang Dynasty. Yeah. That was what the whole next phase was supposed to be about. But then because of the domestic stuff, they not only got to take him out the role, they got to go and rewrite because his movie is connected to all these other movies. You know how Marvel does. Like, you know, you make an appearance here, you're an Ant-Man, now you're in now they got to go back and rewrite it, and that is when you get a newly rehired Robert Downey Jr., who now enters the fray to save Marvel in addition to Daredevil, because now he's going to be Dr. Doom. Is it Victor Von Doom? I don't know, because I think it's from a different universe. I'm suspecting it's probably from the same universe as Fantastic Four. But now we get him coming back to take the place of Jonathan Majors, who was supposed to be the big bad villain in the upcoming phases. So yeah, these phases, they're a little played out at this point. I ain't gonna lie, like the multiverse, people are a little tired of it because they're like, we can't get a definitive death. Like anybody, you could literally just be like, yeah, you're dead, but we're just gonna go to Earth 818 and we're gonna take another you know?
Yeah, I've always hated that, and I'm glad to hear a nerd actually say that they think it's just so cheap, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's bad writing. So just to kind of deflect a little bit from where you're saying, yes, the phases are coming out, but as this is happening, Tommy Dan, James Gunn, who was originally, he worked on Scooby-Doo, he worked on a couple other projects, but his big claim to fame was doing the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which is another splendid example of what Marvel was able to do with unknown characters. Marvel fans know Guardians of the Galaxy. They know some of these characters, Drax, Star-Lord. But the majority of MCU cinematic goers.
Did you call him Groot? Hold on. We have to rewind. We have to rewind.
I put the T. When I realized it was not Groot, it's Groot.
We have to rewind. I want to describe what just happened on our show.
No, it's not Groot.
It's not. So look,
the tree, the baby tree.
Groot.
Okay.
So Vince he phased you out. You, like, the chat room was like, what's wrong with Tom? And your eyes had glazed over like a dead shark laying on a beach. His eyes had glazed over like he had film over his eyes, like a dead body had been dead in the woods for a month. He glazed over, and then I put the camera back on Vince, and Vince is explaining, you snapped too. And then he started saying things you knew, and you went to say Groot, and you wanted to play too, right? And he's naming all the Guardians, and he named Star-Lord, and then you go, Groot. And then you spit the tea like a full 5 seconds afterwards. That's why you're my favorite, man. That's why Tom's my favorite.
And it's funny you talked about his eyes being glossed over because one of Marvel's most recent releases is a project called Marvel Zombies. And it's kind of outside of the MCU.
Yeah. What do you think of
it? It's based on hey, look, man. All right. For those of you out there who are fans of the undead, who are into the undead apocalyptic culture, this is good, but I've never in my life seen a project where zombies also had superpowers. And if you think about it, that's a pretty scary concept. Can you imagine you're going to slice the head off of a zombie, but it's impenetrable?
Right.
Like it's bulletproof skin, or like it decides to start flying and start shooting down at you, or it grabs its axe, Millionaire, and says, you know what? Like this is what Marvel Zombies is. And a lot of your favorite characters don't make it to the end. So for that, I got to give Marvel credit because it got a little too Disney fresh, a little too.
Sure.
And this one is literally guts, gore, blood, death.
I heard
that you want.
I heard it's a rough. I heard it can be a rough watch. I heard it's good.
Yo, it's good. It's not a long. It's 4 episodes. It's a mini series. I think they're 30 or 40 minutes per episode. With I think there may be a end credit scene here or two. But yeah, that's pretty good. I say all this to say, just to kind of circle back to Tommy's question about the phases, with James Gunn, who left DC because he was fired from Marvel. Excuse me, he left Marvel. Because he was fired for a tweet. He was almost fired.
Yeah, they dug back through his Twitter and they're like, "Oh man,
what did he say again?"
He did.
He said. I'll tell you what he said because it was hilarious. He said his shower head wasn't working. He said my shower head doesn't work. Ugh, it feels like a 10-year-old is peeing on me.
And that's why they took her. That's ridiculous.
He lost his job. And so if it wasn't for the guy who played Drax, he's a very what's the dude that played Drax? He was a former Dominique
Batista.
Shoot, I can't remember his name right now. Somebody in the chat will probably put me. Dave Bautista. Right?
Dave Bautista. Right. Yeah.
Bautista and some of the other castmates, they were originally going to bring another person in to direct and do Guardians of the Galaxy, but they basically was like, nah, we ain't doing it if we can't do it with James Gunn. So James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was his kind of his going away party, if you will, like his swan song. And after that, he's hired from DC to take on the mantle. So now DC is giving good competition to Marvel, which is good because you want Marvel to feel some heat. And one of the projects that is out right now, and I recommend, Tom, if you have not checked it out, I would specifically recommend you. I don't think I have to tell Dan because he probably already knows about it. There's a project called Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I've been telling Tom to watch this. In fact, I told him to watch the opening scene, the orgy scene with his sons. Because he's been looking for the perfect amount of nudity to expose his sons to natural TV show nudity. Yes. And it's wild.
That's the one with Cena, right?
Yeah. It's a great show. Did you watch first season?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's good. The first season of Peacemaker is good.
Really good.
And this
Tommy, I think you can relate to this character. This is a dude who doesn't realize until he's old that his family was racist, and that he didn't even know it because it was so common to him.
I realized that when I was young.
He realized that he actually flourished. He loved it. He bathed in it every day, right? That's what you said.
But yeah, like this is a storyline that I've never seen in a comic book universe where a dude is basically a superhero who says he wants to get peace no matter how many women, children he has to kill in order to get peace. And the thing about him is he learns that his father that he looked up to, the White Dragon, was literally like a grand wizard for the Klan. And he has to wrestle with one of the very first interactions in this project. If you watch it, it's like the first few minutes is he's interacting with this dude that lets him out of either his cell or he's in a psych ward or something. And he's like, oh, you're Peacemaker. You're the racist dude. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm not racist. He's like, well, you tend to only like kill people of color. He's like, no, I don't. He's like, I kill white people too. He's like, no, you kill people of color. He's like, well, I'll kill more white people then.
Yeah. It's like a comedy.
Well, it's even enough.
He's doing the time.
Like, am I racist? Have I been racist this whole time? Well, how do I not be racist? And so the whole show is kind of like him trying to decide, like, how much of me is what I thought was me, and how much of me is what I need to be. And for his I'm not a huge wrestling guy right now, but to his credit, John Cena puts on a pretty masterful performance in terms of a guy who's basically known for being muscle bound and jumping off of ropes.
Yeah.
He actually puts together a performance that I think is Academy Award worthy.
I always thought he was a pretty decent actor for, I think the muscles and everything are so distracting to him. Like if he just looked like a normal guy, he'd probably be a pretty decent, pretty damn good actor.
It hindered him being a wrestler.
Yeah, and he's a lot bigger. Have you ever met him?
No.
I met him one time years ago at the radio station. He's not super tall, but when you do meet him, he's a big. I met him when he was bigger than he is now. When I met him, he was full on like I'm a
5 foot wide.
Yeah, he's like he is a massive human being, man. But
he's a gamma ray.
But weirdo nice.
Yeah, I've heard that
and he was cool.
Weirdo
he was
nice.
cool enough to grant us an interview on the red carpet too. So
wow,
we got an interview. If you all are interested, head to New Blurred Order on the Instagram and on our YouTube, and you'll see we had an exclusive interview with John Cena where he opened up about what it's like to act in a manner that kind of presents you as vulnerable, but still you look like a whole ape.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a vanilla gorilla.
So
for sure.
So Vince, going back to the phases, and the reason why I even brought it up is because I saw a story.
Are you mad about it?
No, I never heard it described as phases like that, and then I saw a story recently that Marvel just announced that their Phase 6 isn't starting. They basically pushing back their Phase 6. That's when I even knew that there were phases, and essentially they said they had a holding date of July 23rd, 2027, that they were going to release like the start of Phase 6, and they've delayed it, and instead they replaced that release date with a Simpsons 2 movie. And now everybody's speculating what their Phase 6 is going to be.
So Simpsons 2 is real.
That's what I guess they've said Simpsons 2 is.
Because the ad, I saw the ad, and it looks like a grease stain of a donut, and you see Homer's hand, and he's grabbing a donut, and it says, Homer's coming back for seconds. I saw that ad, and I knew it was going to come up on the show. I thought it was fake AI.
I still do.
Okay.
I thought it was fake AI.
I mean, the story I could have read is fake AI. I have no idea anymore.
Nothing can be done. We have no way to figure anything out anymore. We have ruined the internet.
But I read 2 different stories from something, like one was like Marvel, like their actual website or something. And
it is confirmed. You are correct. But I purposely did not look it up because I'm like, I think this is fake AI.
Even though it's confirmed, I still don't believe it.
So not only The Simpsons 2, which my sons love the first Simpsons movie.
Oh, I'm in to watch a Simpsons 2.
Although it does have Bart Simpson's tiny Bart Simpson wiener in the movie. It was a
tiny yellow pecker.
Which my sons watched it when they were young, and like real young, and then I remember thinking, I'm surprised that no one is more outraged about this in a world of outrage. It's like
I don't think things. I don't think things.
A boy's cartoon wiener.
Yeah, I don't think things change very much, and I've made this point on the show many, many times. There was a book back in the day by Maurice Sendak. You know Where the Wild Things Are. Maurice Sendak is the author, and he also did another book called Amal in the Night Kitchen. In the book Amal in the Night Kitchen, the little boy's like dreaming, and he's falling through a dream sequence, and he's falling into basically like a nighttime kitchen where chefs are making food, and he's naked. And as he's falling, you can kind of see like you said, like a tiny little drawn. I mean, the tiniest little pecker. You see nothing. There's no detail. It's literally like they just drew it to be anatomically correct. And I remember my mom having me go and pull every copy of Amal in the Night Kitchen, a Caldecott winning book, off the library.
Oh, then you burned them.
Yeah, I had to take them in the back and put the lighter fluid and burn. You burn the books. You got to burn them because God forbid. And this is like late 80s. I'm doing this as a little kid.
Focus on the family.
Yeah, nothing's changed. It's all the same crap.
So Vince, going back to Phase 6, so then I saw that now the speculation, the Phase 6 is going to be these 3 movies: Spider-Man, Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday, and Avengers Secret Wars. So do you know anything about that? Do you know anything about Phase 6?
Yeah. Okay, so, well, first of all, Where the Wild Things Are was one of my favorite childhood books. And it's also one of the first encounters I've had with a cosplayer. If you recall that character, I forget his name, but he was in a monster suit, like the whole
Max,
book, right?
Max.
Max.
Yeah, his name is Max.
Max was in like a monster suit. He was walking around.
Yeah, and he had the crown
on. He never took it off. That dirty ass monster suit, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so that was my first encounter with cosplay. That's the difference between wearing a costume, which is just putting on a costume and going somewhere, and cosplay where you actually embody the character. All right, digress. Back to the point.
That's a smart point, man. Yeah.
So let me fast forward. So with regard to Brand New Day, exciting announcement. If you all were fans of Severance, which almost everybody is, one of the main characters was this guy named Tremel Tillman, all right, who recently won an award for being one of the best supporting actors, broke records for being the first black guy to win a best supporting actor's role, I believe.
Mr. Milchek.
Yeah, Milchek. Yeah, you know.
Tom is a mad. You love Milchek, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you're a massive fan.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. But so he's gonna be in Spider-Man, but we don't know what his role is gonna be. Why is this significant? Because a lot of folks are clamoring for the new edition of one of the new editions of Spider-Man, which is a character named Miles Morales, who's black and Puerto Rican, and he's from Brooklyn as opposed to being from Queens. We've been clamoring for his live action debut, right? And we have yet to get it. So when we see Tremel Tillman casted with a question mark under whatever his title is going to be, my first speculation, if you look at the comic book depiction of Miles Morales' father, whose name is Jefferson Morales, he almost looks exactly like not the character from the comic, but the one from the Spider-Verse cartoons. So this could be, I'm not saying it is, but it could be a soft introduction to finally getting Miles Morales onto the live action MCU screen, which we're really geeked about. However, got to preface that by saying we don't know, because we still don't know who he's been casted as. And we also know that Sony has been very stern about telling Marvel, look, back up off of our Spider-Man, because Sony still basically owns Spider-Man rights. And Miles Morales, even though folks are like, yeah, but he's the black Spider-Man, he's Spider-Man. These are adjectives, okay?
I had heard that they were going to cast MGK as Black Spider-Man, which would be horribly disrespectful to black people, but I'm sorry. We don't control it. It's just you just follow the money, right?
Well, after what we did to Thomas Hamilton, I ain't tripping.
Well, you made it better, is what you did. You made it to so people would finally pay attention. Now people know that story.
Well,
Thanks a lot.
That's true.
Do they have an idea who's going to be Miles Morales if they do a live action Miles Morales?
Well, if they do, they haven't given any indication that that's the case. And as of right now, I've been very outspoken, and everybody, all of my friends on my panels are very much against my mode of thinking, which is that I don't think we should hire somebody that we all know. I don't think we should go to the known person for Miles Morales because it gives us comfort or it sells tickets because their following goes to the movie. I think we should introduce a new character.
Yeah. Can he finally be young? Can we not have a 50-year-old Donald Glover playing Miles Morales? Seriously, we need a young...
He might still be in it because he was in Spider-Man Homecoming. He played the uncle of Miles Morales, who was Aaron, don't do this right now. Aaron,
what if you were being attacked right now? Somebody's like trying to stab you. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't.
Oh my
Live
God,
on the stream.
Anyway, his name is Aaron, and he actually played his uncle, but he just references him. Spider-Man finds him in a garage because he's trying to buy guns from Scorpion, and he webs his hand to the car, and he convinces him, like, look, man, tell me where the guns are. And he finally tells me, all right, go ahead, find them, because I got a nephew who live around here, which is a Easter egg of him referencing Miles Morales. But he also played. He was also in the I'm droning on. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead, hit me stop. But let me say this last thing. The other news that we have about a Brand New Day, we may not know who Miles Morales is. We may not know who Tremel Tillman is. But what we do have a confirmation from is that this guy named Marvin Sims is going to play a character named Tombstone, who is essentially Tombstone is basically like
he's a pizza,
Luke Cage,
and you can put anything you want on him.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can do that too. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that's a good announcement. He was in Black Lightning. He played Krondon, so we know that much. But we also know that Tom Holland was recently hospitalized for a stunt gone wrong on set. Evidently, he's fine now, but that's something that's happening. So yeah, there's a lot going on in the world of Brand New Day. As far as Secret Wars and as far as the Doom goes, We just know that RDJ is going to be in it. We don't really, they're keeping it tight-lipped, but I have a wish list for you.
Okay.
All right. So even though I know that they brought RDJ in to kind of be the lead antagonist of this movie, hence the name Avengers Doomsday, where we probably are going to get Victor Von Doom at his worst, because he's one of the smartest villains in the entire Marvel universe. But what I'm hoping for Marvel is that this is a misdirection. All right. I really hope that this is a misdirection. In other words, I hope that they're giving us Doom as a villain, but it ends up not being what we think it is. And there's a greater villain, an even more devious villain, who's more noteworthy than a Dr. Doom.
And that villain,
I mean,
that villain is Tylenol. And the only way to fight it is with a 200-foot baby. This big 200-foot baby.
I'm out. I'm not doing this with y'all. You're too stupid.
I've been eating Tylenol all morning. Did you hear? It causes.
I thought it made you smart.
Yeah.
Damn it.
My wife told me this morning that you eat Tylenol, it takes away your vaccines. I'm sorry, Vince. I'm really sorry.
Oh my God. I've lost intellect by being on this show.
Yeah, we always do. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make everybody a little dumber every minute of the day.
But yeah, that's what's going on, man.
What else, Tom? You got something else?
So speaking, not to keep going back to the phases, but
please.
They also mentioned that in all the previous phases, like I guess Phase 1 was 6 movies. Phase 2 was like 12, like a double dinner.
Right.
But it was always no less than 6. And they said that Phase 5, the current phase we're in, is going to be the least amount of movies. And then I guess they are pulling back, so maybe Phase 6 is only going to be 3, which is way less. And that kind of goes with the narrative that you've been talking about of like them pulling back a little bit because they realize there's way too much out there.
Well, yeah, there's a report out, and I wish I could cite it because I like to be as accurate as possible. But if you just Google, you'll see that there's reporting about Marvel and Disney agreeing to start limiting the content that they've been putting out because it's been oversaturation, in my opinion. They want to blame the lack of success on some of their projects, such as Madam Web, which even it's not an MCU project, but Madam Web and maybe even like Thunderbolts. Blame the lack of success to superhero fatigue. But then you turn around and you see movies like Deadpool break records. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, it's not superhero, it's bad content fatigue. You know, if the movie's good, if the project's good, people are going to watch it. I just watched Alien Earth. We just interviewed 2 of the main characters from Alien Earth, Babu Sise and Jonathan Ajayi. And that show is killing it right now. And no superhero fatigue is being mentioned, even though I know it's sci-fi. Now, as far as excuse me, coffee coming back up. As far as the over exertion of content, I 100%, and I know this ain't popular, especially for those of us that live in the Central Florida area. And don't listen in on this, Bob Iger, but I blame Disney 100%, 100%. Now you could say it's a deal between 2 parties and they're both responsible, but ultimately what happened was Netflix happened, Hulu happened, Amazon Prime happened, Apple TV happened. Disney looked around and was like, yo, we're missing a lot of money. We should make an app that's got a lot of stuff that we could put on that app exclusively. Then they bought Star Wars, bought National Geographic, they had been on ESPN,
right.
Bought Marvel, I mean, they've been on that as well. But they're like, yo, we need y'all to fill up our programming list with content. And so Marvel's like, done. Instead of being like, well, hold on. If we go to the well too much, we might not, people might come to the well. They're like, nah, we got characters on characters on characters. All right, 10 series later, all right, people are like, I don't even know if I need to watch the next Marvel release.
Yeah.
And so now Marvel is realizing, like, yeah, we might have gone back. So that might have something to do why they're scaling back for Phase 6. Because keep in mind, the first phase was all movie-based. Second phase, movie-based. 3 and 4, you start bringing in the TV shows as well.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, you start bringing in, you also got WandaVision included, and now you also got the Captain America Winter Soldier.
And you take away the ease. Like going to the movies or knowing where to find the main story was easy. Even right. Tom said when he was going through all of these with your boys, you're like I'm watching this one, you're like, like WandaVision
Yeah.
this. And you're
Oh,
like,
it's a lot.
yeah, you have to take in a lot of stuff.
Let me say this. My wife is a good barometer for that because my wife, and I hate it when she says this, but she'll say to me, she'll be like, all right, am I smart enough to watch this next episode? I'm like, no, it's not about smart. It's like, well, you know what I mean? Like, do I need to go back and read all the comics, and do I need to go back and watch every episode to have any idea what's going on? And it shouldn't be like that for the most part. Now, yeah, there's some movies that have continuity that, yeah, you might want to see the first one before you see the sequel. But in terms of just, if I go to see Thunderbolts, I shouldn't have to watch the entire, you know what I'm saying, Disney series, whatever. Yeah, just to be able to know what's going on with Red Guardian.
Yeah, now what do you say? What do you say to this? Because we have someone in our chat room, good friend of the show, EJ. He says it's better than the desert of my youth of nerd content. So he's saying, well, at least it's better now than it was back when I was a kid, and you know, your sci-fi, your comics were very few and far between. See, I kind of tend to disagree only because the experiences I had with comics, with TV shows, with movies, because there were less of them, I didn't have a disposable kind of a throwaway. They meant more to me, you know. Like I still remember reading and getting the newest copy of ElfQuest comic book, like the comic book ElfQuest. That was like one of the only ones I followed. Or I think there was another one called Shatterstar that I really liked. But I remember going and
so your favorite character was an elf. Okay.
Yeah.
He grew up to be one.
I did. Still growing.
Get him, Vince.
But like it meant more to me. I still remember.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I don't get as much of a connection because there's just so much stuff. I don't
Bro,
know what that even means.
You're speaking my language, and I know we'll probably wrap up soon, but check it. It is at the point, like, I don't know how old EJ, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you'll pull up to the page every now and then and drop a comment. But I don't know how old you are, bro. You sound old. You know what I'm saying? Because
he's fat and old.
Yeah. And he knows nothing about
he's big and fat and old.
Nerd stuff.
And he has a bowl haircut. You know, do you know
I can't speak.
You remember the movie No Country for Old Men?
Of course.
He looks like that guy. He looks like that. He's got that weird Peter Pan doofus haircut. You know what I mean?
He ate his own bolt shooter.
All right. Well, I was going to say, if you're an 80s baby, then I definitely get it. 90s baby, maybe not as much. I think the 90s and the early 2000s were like the golden era of superhero. Now, granted, I know we got Superman in the 70s. We got Batman with Michael Keaton in the 80s. But in the 90s, we got Blade. We got Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? We got X-Men. We finally started to see some of the characters that we loved as children portrayed not just on the big screen as doofuses, but as actual credible characters that we could believe really did have superpowers. Hugh Jackman killed it, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, all these characters, they brought these characters to life. What's happened now is so many of them, and I know I'm not saying there's fatigue, but there's so many of them that when movies come out, I always used to make it a habit to be there on opening night, man. But nowadays it's like, I'll see it in the matinee next week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go see Avatar.
Tom's very anti-Avatar.
Well, before the end of the year, is there anything you're excited about that's coming out?
I'm very excited about the Predator movie, The Badlands.
Okay.
I'm like real. I think that movie is going to, because Predator and Alien have been both reimagining their franchises so well. Underneath, I mean, I don't know if y'all saw the Predator Prey movie. Like, it was so good, where it's based in like before America was invented with the Native Americans. Like, the Predator came down to fight the Native Americans, and they competed with them. It was like so good. So now you got an actual Predator movie that's based on a predator instead of being based on a human. Like, the Predator will actually be the main character, and so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Tron. Now, Tron for some reason is it's so. Like, people don't like Tron, you know, and I don't get it. Like, Tron, what did
dull.
it do to you?
It's dull, and the only thing that people like about Tron, or at least me, I'll speak for myself. The only thing I like about Tron is that I could possibly ride a motorcycle that the exhaust would be a beam of light that would crush my enemies. That's the only thing that I like about Tron.
Yeah. Oh, you pulling me over? No, not today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Eat this light beam. Eat this light beam, Popo. Bam.
Well,
chopped Officer 54 in half. Like,
Yeah.
who doesn't want that? And to ride, like, yo, it's futuristic, man. Who does? I don't know. I even am one of the few people that liked Tron Legacy. I thought Tron Legacy was fine. I didn't think that, Jeff Bridges. I thought they did a good job.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Tron.
A lot of people in the chat room saying Tron makes them feel weird. I agree, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
It's the lighting.
I don't get it.
It's the lighting in Tron.
Well, we got to go, Vince. New Blurred Order podcast. You follow Vince Taylor on all social media.
Subscribe, give them some love. They have exclusive interviews that you can only find there. And go support local hard work and blurs, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And maybe one of these days we'll see you on a remote control couch.
There you go. There you go. Hey, man, always a pleasure talking to you. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thanks, guys. Go Tom and Dan.
See you,
Appreciate
man.
it. Y'all take care.
Later,
See you,
buddy.
Vince.
That is Vince Taylor.
All right, we will be right back with more corporate time.
All right.
I just know Piff is probably going to sign on soon.
Yeah. Oh, man. Tight. Where's that go?
That's a Friday 1.
What's the date on that?
It is the 3rd.
Start the new meeting again. Is he on Zoom too?
I gave him the Zoom link, yeah.
Okay. Going back in there. This is dumping. Come on. Hurry, computer. Hurry. You think I got time to pee?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see if...
I got him.
Okay.
Boom.
Hey, what's going on, Piff?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Very good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. Every time the beard gets bigger.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a yeared. I'm doing a full year. I started obviously in January, and because I had to have my hip replaced, and I was in bed a lot, so I figured
You go full old man minor.
full old man.
Yeah, right.
All right, Mr. Van.
Yeah, I figured I'd just give up on life.
It's a little bit of that. Yeah. I'm growing my hair too, so it's a whole thing.
But I like it, Piff,
Wow, it's
because
a full meltdown.
yeah, but people see it. It's like Britney Spears when you shave your head.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "What's going on?" It
Yeah.
attracts attention.
Tom said our company needed it. Like I needed to define my lunacy. Like he said he liked it because people are like going to ask you a lot, and they have been, right? Like,
Oh yeah, they're like,
what's
"What
going
happened
on-
with
yeah,
Daniel?"
what's going on
and
with
I'm
Dan?
like, "Don't ask." And then it creates more attention. You know how it is, Piff. It's
Yeah,
now.
I know, I get it. Things are going too well.
All right, we'll get the
All right,
interviews.
Here
over.
we go.
Yep.
You want to start?
Yep.
3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. On Zoom with us right now.
Yeah.
We saw this gentleman on the finale of America's Got Talent. He came on to perform, and it reminded us, like, oh, we haven't talked to Piff in a while. On Zoom with us is Piff the Magic Dragon. How you doing, Piff?
Hey.
I am very well. I'm in Vegas. That's the end of the story.
Hey, you did a great job on AGT. You always do. More than even that, I was screaming to Tom, I'm begging my wife to try and do a destination trip to see your new UK tour. And that's really what I wanted to talk about, because I thought it was amazing, because you're working with somebody else that Tom and I we've only met him one time. We're massive fans. He was so kind to us, just a super nice. Or was it me and your wife who met him after the show at Hard Rock Live?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
You
for
weren't there.
reason.
Yeah, it was me and Tom's wife. We got to meet Penn.
Wait, what? That's the real story.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later.
What is that? I had to do something. What was it? I
don't remember, but I was at Penn and Teller at Hard Rock Live here, and then after the Magic, they always come out and greet, and I actually got to meet him and talk to him a little bit. Such a kind guy, and you are actually doing Piff and Pop. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So Penn and Teller are responsible for my career. I did a show called Penn and Teller Fool Us in 2011, and I didn't fool them, but it blew up, went viral, and it was what got me to America. And that routine is what I did on America's Got Talent. Basically, it did the same thing.
Yeah.
And so when I came to America, Penn especially adopted me. Teller really helped me with like the work stuff, business, the magic, the magic stuff.
Gotcha.
But Penn just like adopted me as a friend. And we found out we got on really well. And so he's been one of my closest friends in Vegas for over 10 years now. And a few years ago, I think before the pandemic, we shot a special called Reptile Dysfunction. And I said, hey, would you play my dad on the special, Pop the Magic Dragon? And we got him his own dragon outfit, and it was amazing. It was like the most fun him and I have ever had together. I was going to say on stage, but that's not quite accurate. It's accurate for me, but Penn gets to work with Teller, who's the one of the greatest magicians to have ever lived,
for sure.
as is Penn. So we loved it, and we said, and the other thing is, one night we went on to practice it, and we were supposed to do 10 minutes, and we ended up doing 45 minutes without even thinking. So we were like, man, we should do this as a tour. And finally, after all these years of saying this, we are going to go to the UK, do, I think 9 or 10 shows across the country, and we're going to try it out and see if it's something we want to do, in the future.
So, Piff,
so cool, man.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because I obviously I've been watching Penn Jillette and Penn and Teller for a long time. I listened to his podcast when he was doing a podcast before, back when we started, 09.
Penn Sunday School, and then I think he even had one before that.
Yeah. And now that I think about it, it makes perfect sense. And tell me if you think this is true as well. Is like Penn's used to working on stage with a guy who doesn't talk, right? And even though you talk, but you're very dry, and your comedy's very dry, and like you're sarcastic and dry, and that's kind of always been like why you're a funny comedian as well too, which I feel like people don't give you as much credit for, is because your dryness is like super funny to so I feel like Penn, you working with Teller, if you're the perfect fit for him, because like even though you do talk and Teller doesn't, it's like, but that dryness he can bounce off of
the
so well.
equation still works.
And like you guys have great chemistry.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, like, I've like been a guest on Sunday School a bunch of times.
Yeah,
and I had the best time on that show, and I noticed on that show that Penn and I were kind of giving each other the space to speak and be funny, and it's a great combination. So that translates to the stage really well.
And how long do you have, because you both have so much to work with,
right?
It's like,
how do you design the act, though? I mean, because we're
gonna do. I'll tell you how it's gonna go. We're gonna do. Penn's gonna open. Can you believe that? Penn Jillette is going to open for Piff the Magic Dragon.
Now,
so Penn will do 15 to 20.
Now, was that his idea? Was that, did he?
His idea. His idea.
All right.
Wow, how cool is that?
No, I demanded it.
But I mean, that's got to be amazing to you. I mean, like, again, he's a friend, but at the same time, I think
a mentor.
Yeah, right. I mean, like having him kind of warm the crowd.
I used to, when I used to walk across London, there's a famous bridge in London called Tower Bridge. It's the one that goes up. Have you seen that?
Yes.
It raises up.
Sure. Yeah.
So I used to be walking across it, and I would be thinking, isn't it crazy that I'm on the actual Tower Bridge? In all of the universe, this is the one Tower Bridge, and I'm on it right now. Well, with Penn, I'm like, isn't this amazing that the Penn Jillette, my childhood magic hero, is now one of my BFFs? And I kind of can't get around it. I can't get over it. I can't figure it out. So it just blows my mind.
That is crazy.
I would be so nervous. I would be not.
But now that you're friends with them, I feel like, are you nervous about this? I mean, and then also, what? This
is the one thing I'm not nervous about.
Right. That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Is this only a European tour, or are you going to bring this to the United States?
Well, it's not even a European tour; it's a UK tour.
It's just UK.
Okay.
That's why because we have friends over there, and see, I could catch some Premier League, and that would be really fun, man. I try to get this guy, but let's charge it to the company. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna fly over there, and then all of a sudden you announce it like we're doing this in Vegas now. I'm like, oh, we could have gone.
That happened to him with Celine Dion. That happened.
It sold really well so far, so we're definitely going to do it again. I think, providing we have a good time on the tour. But I think we will.
Yeah, the chat room perked up now that you have said that, because obviously our guys are huge fans of yours, and I'll never forget you doing the show for our guys during the pandemic. That was hella cool, man.
What did we do? We did a virtual show.
Yeah, we did a virtual show just for our guys. I mean, you
guys have got the best fans. I still have, I frequently get people come up to me saying, we're Tom and Dan listeners. I love it.
That's awesome.
It's crazy how they must believe us when we tell them we like magic. Like all these magicians that we know. We love magic, and then people finally believe one thing we say.
So Piff, where this UK tour? How many different stops? Is it all planned out?
I think it's 10. Yeah, it's all planned out. It's 10 different spots. I wonder if the dates are on my website yet. So it's 10 different spots, and it's all over the country. So if you live in the UK, except Ireland, we're not going to Ireland.
So
and they look like very nice. See, that's another thing too. I was trying to explain to my wife. It's different going to Europe or going to England and getting magic at a theater there sounds proper. You know what I mean? It's going to be an old historical theater that's been renovated and it's been used for hundreds of years versus here's a convention center or something. It is a different vibe.
Yeah, actual
totally different vibe.
Yeah, actual magic existed longer in the UK than the United States.
Yeah, I think that's why I like
because the older cities.
Yeah, it feels more proper to see magic in a theater in the UK, right? It just sounds right.
Yeah, exactly.
So Piff, when you do these tours, how does it work scheduling wise with your residency and how does that whole business side of it work? Is you plan okay, these 2 months I'm doing this tour, I'm taking off, and then you come back seamlessly. How does that work?
Yeah, we just say, because the thing is that the tours generate press for the UK.
Yeah.
So that's not what I mean. For Vegas, you've got me emailing about my website, so now I'm not concentrating.
I like that.
Now I'm doing my admin, which never ends. Right? Yeah, it's because it sells tickets for Vegas because people hear about us. That's why we when we come to, we come to Orlando and we come in your show. If people can't make the Orlando shows, next time they're in Vegas, they see us. They're like, oh, I wanted to go and see that. I'll go and see it in Vegas.
Yeah, we send all of our guys there when they go to Vegas. And how is Vegas? Because, here in Orlando, we hear, we're I consider us very similar, almost like cousins in entertainment towns, Vegas to Orlando. And then we hear nothing but oh, the economy's crazy in Las Vegas. how is it there now for you guys?
Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a bad place to be.
See, that's the dryness I'm talking about.
It's so good.
When Penn Jillette can get right through this, and me, it throws me off. I'm like, oh God.
It makes my eyebrows sweat.
There you go. So I also have, okay, last question. So
this guy's a busy magician, magic dragon, man. Come on.
No, only because you made me start doing my.
This is the second time this week we've done this. We had a bandit on Monday, and I told them they spelled their name wrong on their website, and then they had to correct it at the same time. This is what we do. We fix our friends' websites.
All right.
no, well,
Yeah, you tell us what maintenance needs to be
You
done.
got to put those dates on the website. Why aren't the dates on the website for Pop and Piff?
That's exactly what I'm having that conversation right now.
I mean, this should have been done.
I'm like, wait, where are the dates?
This should have been done a week ago. This should have been. I got
I know,
the mailer.
that's what I just said.
Tell her. I tell him or her. I got the mailer. Where are the dates?
But by the way, Piff has always done his stuff himself. Like every time I email Piff for an interview, like he doesn't have an agent, or at least he probably does.
Why?
But I don't go through
because
it.
they forget the dates. If he doesn't do it, if he'd have done it, it'd be on there.
So Piff, back
Right. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Trusting other people.
Yeah, Magic Dragons don't drop the ball, man. People drop the ball.
So let me ask you this. So we've seen it for years with comedians where they do their tour and then they film it at the end and then they release it on demand.
I'm going to give you a scoop.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a scoop, which isn't much of a scoop, honestly.
Okay, I like that.
You didn't have to say that part. You could have just said the beginning.
As I'm saying it, I'm kind of like, oh, this is great. We really, really, really want to do a documentary on the whole tour. We want to do like a road movie.
That would be awesome.
I would love to watch that.
It'd be awesome. It starts when we land. It ends when we take off. And it's and we would probably do it as like, this is why Piff and Pop don't speak anymore. And it would be the whole tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've always thought about that. Like, it seems like comedians do this, where they tour around, they film their tour, and then they put a bow on it, and they sell it for on demand. And I don't see magicians doing that as much, where they, put their final result of the tour after they practice it enough, and then like now it's on demand for film. But yeah, filming a documentary about this tour would be great. So that way, if no one's, could make it to the show, everybody can see, and also the behind the scenes of it is fascinating to me.
That's kind of what I want to see. How they formulate the act.
Yeah, way more working parts than a comedian, because now you're essentially a comedian and a magician, and you pull off both at the same time, which is way harder.
Yeah, I think like when the tradition in comedy is you do your special and you burn the material and then you do a new hour. Whereas in magic, it's like, doesn't really work like that, because every time you do the trick, it's different.
Yeah.
Because of the person that you're using. So it's like tough to burn the material, but I don't know. There's got to be some balance. I want to shoot our Vegas show as a special. I just got to persuade Netflix that they want to do it too. But I think like if we did it, it would be great to do like half of it behind the scenes and half of it, in the audience and stuff. So, because it's like you don't want to shoot it like a regular special. You want to give both sides of it, behind the curtain a bit.
Well, I'm looking forward to that documentary.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this tour, and like maybe me and Daniel will,
I hope you do.
Fly out just to see, because that is a destination trip, especially if
and Orlando to the UK is an easy flight.
Yeah,
they do it all the time. I mean, I got buddies.
Because of Disneyland, what Disney World, whatever it is.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that would be amazing. Tracy said she'll go too. We could take our whole staff. We could do a staff.
Hold on, back that to the whole staff.
We'll take everybody.
Me and you flying Southwest.
Here's what you do, guys. You just do a GoFundMe to your listeners to fund this.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. But then we don't use the money for drugs.
Yeah, I like doing.
Yeah, great. Well, obviously. I mean, what else would you use a GoFundMe for?
I like doing GoFundMes and then also being public about how much money I'm also spending. So the people that donated are like, wait a minute, this guy can afford this.
Yeah, you do a GoFundMe for money you don't want to spend. Yeah, everybody knows that.
Well, Piff, congratulations on this new tour, and also your continued success. It's awesome.
Now, when you guys haven't come out to Vegas, have you?
No,
not in a minute. It's been like 10 years since we've been out there.
It's the kids, Piff. Our kids demand so much of our time.
Well, not mine. She's gone
a
lot.
You're here telling me. This is just let's get something clear. You're here telling me that you've got to come out to the UK because you want to see the show because you're into it so much. And then I'm like, that's great. And in my head, I'm kind of thinking, oh yeah, because they've seen the Vegas show, obviously. And then I was like, wait, they haven't. And I started thinking, what's different between the Vegas show and the Piff and Pop show? And I realized you guys want to see Penn Jillette.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
That's not shit.
This is backfiring on us.
No, that's not true.
That was going to happen.
No, we want
saying to me, can we meet Penn Jillette?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you may have felt that from Tom. I have met Penn Jillette, so I can check that off my list. You may have felt that from him. That might be accurate.
Well, I could just,
that might be accurate.
I just imagine that if I did fly out there, you'd be like, oh, since you came this far, come behind, backstage.
Come behind the curtain. What are you talking about? He doesn't even know how a curtain works.
And then I'll talk to Penn Jillette about a sex dungeon.
Here's what we'll do. If you guys come to Vegas, after the show, we'll go and meet Penn.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Tom might take you up
well,
on that.
Well, that's way better than flying all over the UK.
I like how Piff's trying to save you some money. That's really nice.
I don't
want you spending all your GoFundMe.
Well, he's saving us some drug money. Piff, thank you so much, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Guys.
And good luck with everything.
To see you guys.
Yeah, and love to everybody, man. Love to your team and to everybody helping you. And hopefully, if you pop around to Orlando anytime soon, or if we do go to Vegas, we'll get in touch with you. We promise.
100%.
We promise.
Yeah, because you want to see Penn.
No, that's Tom. I've already met Penn. I didn't tell her. I met Teller too. You've met.
Oh, you want to meet Teller? That's the thing. You want to meet Teller.
Yeah, Tom probably does.
Yeah.
Well, he's the
All
brains.
right, guys.
All right. See you, Piff.
See you, man. Bye.
See you soon.
Bye. See ya. Piff the Magic Dragon, everybody. It's. Every time we talk to Piff,
it's so hard.
Yeah, because
I don't know what's the act and what's not the act. And then I realized I don't think it's any of it's an act. I think that's Piff.
I know.
That's just him. He's a nice guy. Dude.
Well, that's what makes him so
guy.
good. Yeah, because he is so dry that it is like my kryptonite. Like when I'm talking to him, I can't.
He makes me sweat.
I can't discern whether he's serious or he's just effing around.
He makes me sweat.
Yeah. So like everything he says, I'm just like, like it stops me.
And I like him, and I
Yeah.
like his magic, and I like his act. So I want him to like me. And then if I feel like for a split second he doesn't like me, it makes me sad. It makes me sweat.
No, but we've been talking to him for so long, and he's been so cool. Just to do these interviews every time he comes into town.
Like 10 years now.
Like, even when he did the pandemic show with our listeners, and like everybody who meets
nice of him, man.
Everybody who meets him is like nicest guy in the world, but because of his dryness and that like personality and and like you said, like I can't differentiate what's real and what's the part of the act.
Which is kind of the fun of it, right? Like you just gotta sit in it.
Yeah.
You just got to sit in it and stew in it a little bit. It makes it fun.
But what's good is that I know he's just a super nice guy at heart, and then that I always have to remind myself, like, oh, he's not. His dryness is just his personality, and he is just effing around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is his way to, like, this is his love language.
Yeah.
It's like
Absolutely.
me making fun of you. It's like his love language is.
I mean,
is
before
dryness.
the show, we didn't even record it. He was making fun of my beard and
Yeah.
saying how things obviously are going terrible. Like he's just like laying me out. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Listener trip to Vegas. Listener trip to Vegas.
Okay, we do a Vegas trip.
We do a Vegas trip. I'm just talking out loud here.
Yeah.
Tom and Dan
go to Vegas.
with
some listeners.
With as many as we can get, just like a cruise.
Okay, yeah.
And then we go to a Piff show, and then all of us afterwards go and meet. We all go and meet Penn Jillette.
Okay,
we all go.
I mean, we could do
destination.
Piff, we could do Carrot Top. I mean, we got hookups in Vegas.
We
you know what I'm saying? Like, it is kind of like our sister city or a cousin city. You know. And with like
it's like our slutty cousin city.
Also, God. The other British guy we know, Chris.
Chris Turner?
Chris Turner.
Yeah, Chris Turner.
He's going to be, I mean, he leaked it, but he's going to have a damn Vegas
he'll
residency.
Have a residency, 100%.
You know, like we should do Piff, Chris Turner,
Why don't we
Carrot
do
Top.
it? This might be it.
Gambling.
Like we don't want to do a cruise because, you know, we need to let that simmer a little more before we do it
Yeah, I was
again.
thinking about it. We may do a cruise in 2027, and maybe we do a Vegas trip in 2026, and like destination trip.
Destination trip, and then we could get, you know, I don't know who to set it up. I don't know if Palmiotti even does that. But
Nah, I'll set it up
yeah,
myself.
oh, no.
Cut out him.
God, it's going to be like my garage journal. You should have seen the plan. Tom started drawing a plan for my garage journal on a napkin, and it is. Should I put that online? I'm going to put that online.
No, it's easy.
It's rough. It's a rough sketch.
You put together, you make the deal with the hotel, the whole package.
Okay,
you
the
get a
last
gift
time,
bag.
the last time I was in a hotel with you, you got the hotel on like Priceline, and when we got there, remember in the reservation, they're like, "We have no name, we don't have your name."
That wasn't Vegas.
And you're like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Look for Mr. Tom Van," and they're like, "We have no record of it." And they're like, "Oh, where'd you get this?" And you're like, "I did it on Price Chopper or whatever."
Travago. I'm like the Travago, man. Send me.
And then remember, then you had to call a separate line.
Oh,
and then you're talking to some woman in Europe.
yeah. She was cursing me out. I'll make it happen. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. That was tired as fuck, dude. God damn. That was a good one.
We can do a small segment to finish Friday, or we can do that shit tomorrow.
Let's finish it.
Okay.
Because do we have anything in the morning tomorrow? We do, right?
Oh, we got the news. Yeah, so we got to finish it. Yeah. Goddamn news. Fucking
shoes on the news tomorrow. Where was this? Where's this go? Where'd that just go, Piff?
That is Thursday 2. So we did Thursday 1, and then this is Thursday 2. Thursday 1 we did with was it Graham? What's his name?
Yes.
Graham. So this is the second part of that.
I got it. I never know how to end a conversation with Piff ever. It's the hardest thing. Greeting him to begin and getting out are the two hardest things. And he loves it. I think he loves it.
I know. He's fucking with us.
It's fun to me now, though. It used to make me, get me like all rattled up, but now I just kind of go with it. You just got to smile. Almost done. My God.
Today it was a doozy.
I like doozies, though. I was kind of back to what you were saying this morning about, like, maximum pressure, maximum all the time. That's how diamonds are formed.
Get in here. Do a good job for your first show. You've been promoting all week. It can't be shit. Do that. Get the pictures. Put the pictures out. Oh, fuck Fox 35 tomorrow. Get in there.
Where's Bob? We're
what
late
the
for
hell
Piff.
am I going to say? Fox 35, you only got 5 minutes. Do
I'm
something.
not saying anything. I'm letting Colette talk, dude. I'm gonna look like they're gonna be like, why is the San Francisco 49er on the couch?
But I feel like I need to do something memorable so that
pull your pecker out.
yeah.
What if we pulled our penises out?
Yeah,
that's memorable.
Well, that will get us the press that we need.
Two pod nesters tried to masturbate on Fox 35 this morning. We weren't masturbating. We just pulled our peckers out. All right.
Okay.
Tiny?
Yeah, tiny.
How far? How long?
Well, I think we did like 38. 8 was then, so like 5 minutes.
5. Okay.
So we'll do 5 minutes.
Voicemail.
Yeah, let's do a couple of voicemail.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Bring us back. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's do a couple of voicemails.
All right.
Round out this show.
If you would like to leave us a voicemail, we like that. It's super duper easy to do. Just get our free app. There's a button called Mediocre Messages. You hold it down and you talk into it, and you can leave a voicemail message just like this one right. Let's go with this one right here about EJ.
What's up, guys? Barry Joe again. I'm coming here today with just one question. Is EJ feeling old? Is he trying to relive some of his glory days, ruining shows and stuff? Like, I mean, like, what are you doing, dude? Leave me, like, you ruined, like, the crux of Peacemaker this week. And what the, like, come on, man, let me take my time. I'm declaring.
I don't know if I can play all of this. DeBarry Joe is incensed. I don't know if we've ever had a listener call into this show
What is he mad about? What did he say about Peacemaker? He
EJ,
spoiled something?
Yeah, and back in the day, I don't know if our listeners, I consider our listeners new listeners, but back in the day, EJ used to call the morning show that we were on, and he loved trying to ruin things.
Yeah. Well,
and
we played into it because we were do it too.
But people hate it. They absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
And should I even continue this? I'm just afraid he's going to curse.
He is going to curse. Now, but also our team does all hate each other because they're all fighting for our love, I think.
Yeah, I wish they fought more for our love.
Which is weird because
a lot of them haven't. Like, what is I need the entire list of it's our team.
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
our team.
O-U-R.
Yeah, our team. Sorry, our team. I forget. It's like I don't know how to do anything anymore. But I need to.
Well,
okay, here's the list. Let's go through the list of. These are the list of unfortunate characters. Seth Pepperoni. Okay, he's still with the show. Big Tim Murphy. Nope. I won't talk to us.
How's Big Tim doing? Is he still in California?
He's still in California, and he's a doorman at a bar, I believe, and he says the burritos and weather are great.
I saw him make a post that looked like he was in a hospital bed the other day, and then I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't see that. Maybe he is.
But I don't. But I think it was just like, you know.
I mean, he's closer to hospital bed than he isn't, you know. Machete Gas Mask, she hasn't reached out to us in a long time.
Yeah.
Supergirl Jen's probably dead. Remy did reach out to me. He wants me to be on his show. He's doing I think it's like his 10-year anniversary or something.
10 years of Remy's Roundtable?
Yeah, Remy's Roundtable, like a 10-year anniversary, and he wanted me to be on it, and I just can't commit to it. I just got too much going on. Cadillac Pat's still with us. Tuttle's still with us. Slopmouth Andy, I haven't heard of him in years. White Claw Karen, years. Petey Posters, he reaches out every once in a while.
All right.
Old Racist Norm is still with us. Canadian Josh did not. In fact, Canadian Josh exited our show after he revealed that he's a foot deviant.
No, he's fine. He
exited the show right after he talked about how he likes foot jobs, and then he's out the door.
Yeah.
Bob Mole, I don't know where he is. Southern Kermit, he's gone. Paticto is gone. Bug Salt Bad Phone is gone. Oh Man, Mystery Message Man. Pig Tease, Christina's still with us. Jackal's with us.
Yeah. Well, you got Kenny Samsel. What happened to Chris Strema? She's gone.
She's gone, yeah.
Business Baby, Business
gone.
Bro.
They're gone.
Let me.
All the ones I liked are gone.
Yeah.
What's left is the F team. Seriously.
Kratom Carey.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He may be,
Bob Zaney.
He's gone. Well, okay, now hold on. Let's talk about Bob Zaney. We were supposed to talk to Bob Zaney.
Yeah, he texted me. He's like, hey.
But you just avoid his texts.
No, well, I was driving, and I was like, oh, Bob Zaney. And then.
Well, you text everybody else back while you're driving. Why not Bob Zaney?
Well, because I didn't know.
How ironic would it be if you died texting back Bob Zaney?
I didn't want to, lock us in. I was like, let me think about this for a minute. And then I forgot.
Yeah.
And then.
That probably means it's not a good idea.
No, it could be. I never know because at the beginning of Bob Zaney, our listeners are like, I was like, no one can like this. This has got to be, this is horrible.
Right.
But then everybody's like, we like it. But then I was like, are you just saying that because you're bullying me? I think you don't like it.
They're trolling.
You're trolling me.
It's a troll.
You're saying you like it, even though you know it's bad.
Is it possible for the world to have been immersed into trolling so much that now everything we go to do has a passive level or a subconscious level of troll to it just because it's more comfortable and it's what we do? I would say yes, which is why I feel like we're getting, everybody now is like, people are so negative. I don't know if they're negative, but I would say they're trolling a lot more. And trolling can be perceived as negativity. That's a little theory I came up with.
It's more fun to watch someone struggle.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
Because if it looks too...
Then watch somebody succeed.
If it looks too easy and it looks too fun, then you're sitting back, you're like, it's too fun and easy
I'll give you an example. Pole vault.
Okay.
The guy goes over the pole vault. That is an amazing feat.
Yeah.
You watch it, and I won't even raise my blood pressure not even a nothing. I might even go lower blood pressure. But go over that pole vault again and then have your boner stop the bar. Right?
Yeah. And have it knock in slow motion.
Yeah.
And you're like, look how humiliating this is.
It ruined his life.
Show everybody and his family.
Measure his boner.
Yeah. It was just like...
Find his address. Cancel him.
like you know what the most fun thing to watch for me is
porno.
For all trolls. no, this is trolling.
Oh, trolls love porno.
Is and there's lots of these videos where there's some guy or girl is doing a cable access TV show where they're taking callers, right? And then no one's watching.
The prank call one is a great.
Yeah.
I can't even play it.
And then someone calls in and they're like, "What say you, Arizona?" or whatever the hell they say. And then the person goes on to prank call them. And then he starts cursing, and they can't get him off, and everything's going wrong. And the person gives up, and then he's mad, and then it's like, ha!
You're on the air. Good morning. We're doing open phones.
Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Good evening.
Can I get a psychic energy reading, please?
You have got to be more polite than that, my friend.
Can I have a psychic energy reading, please, ask?
Oh, I picked the wrong one. I was trying to.
But you gave an example for this.
I gave an example of one.
Is the person no one's even watching it, right? So it's a weird thing.
Well,
too.
the people pranking it are watching it. They're the only people.
Yeah.
Which is what makes it so fun because it's like a window into your own destruction.
Yes, and then the video of the prank gets 100 or maybe even 1,000 times more views.
You could go with 1,000.
1,000 times more views than the actual show itself.
Yeah.
So then you're asking yourself, you're like, well, the prankster did this guy a favor, technically, because he got him 1,000 times more views.
He did.
Just by ruining it.
But it made him look like a fool.
yeah, but that's what the whole world wants. So then the person that's creating the entertainment for nobody, that the prankster actually boosts their show by 1,000 times.
Yeah, but nobody wants their real show. They just want the prankster,
yeah.
which is what makes it terrible.
So then it ruins it in so many different levels that it's the best thing ever.
It is. Prank calls need to come back. In fact, I'm going to start looking for more live TV and start pranking them. It's a lost art.
It is a lost art. All right, we'll see you on Monday.
Perfect.
Oh, shit. That was a Thursday, right? Oh, no, that was Friday. Yeah, I was right.
Friday,
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You scrambled your brain. We both did. I'm losing my voice.
All right.
Did Mo text you about you and me doing a little skit?
No.
Mo wanted to know if we would do a 15-minute skit in the beginning of the comedy tonight.
Okay.
I'm joking. I made that up. I'm just trying to scramble your brain more. No, that's absolutely not. I would literally kill myself in that road.
No, I'll do it.
I would do it. But
For Mo, I'll do anything.
I'm like,
yeah.
no.
Hey, see, if someone okay, I swear to God.
Tracy was like, look at this hair.
If someone, Mo's our biggest client.
I love Mo.
And if he asks us to do something, I'll do anything for him. Any
I'm
skit or whatever.
Decker. I love helping.
Even humiliate myself because
I'll inflate a balloon in my ass.
Because in my mind, I'm like, it made him happy, and that is the payment I need, is to make him happy, even if it's humiliating. It doesn't matter to me. But if I tell Mo, like, hey, let me and Daniel get up there and do some stand-up, or like I'm just like, hey, I can do it. Let me do some.
And thankfully, you'd never do that.
No.
Thank God you'd never do that.
And then if it's my idea, then I'm terrified all week long. I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself? I don't know how to do stand-up. Like, it'd be horrible. Even though if it's probably not as bad as I think, it's, but the pressure I'd put on myself.
The pressure would be immense.
It would ruin the whole week. It'd ruin all today. It'd ruin my entire time going up to it.
Ruin my marriage.
I'd be freaked out before, and then I'd go up and do it. It'd be a nothing. Then I'd just leave, and then I'm like, why'd I do that to myself? Anyway.
Guys, thank you for watching. Tracy wanted to know what time we're getting there tonight.
Well, the doors open at 7, so
I'll be there at 7.
Yeah, we'll get there when the doors open, because I know a bunch of even Lake Conway Jays getting out there.
You driving
early.
yourself, or are you coming here?
You want to just ride together? I'll just drive here, and then we can just roll up there together if you want.
It's up to you. I don't care.
It depends on. I was just gonna Uber. Anyway,
yeah, you can Uber if you want to.
But if you're gonna drive, I mean,
I always like driving.
Then I'll drive here, and then I'll drive to your house, and then we'll just leave.
Okay, we'll leave from my place.